There's a country in each of us, he says, so the allotment speaks his language.
Have you seen the world from Telegraph Hill? Today it's the book launch, debut, gallery showing of a lot of people talking about the stories about Lewisham through art, through words, through just their lived experiences in a very creative way.
This body of work is a creative investigation into Lewisham meaningful places and how they inspire and shape its people.
I had been really trying to find new ways to engage with local residents, distinct and different from the ways in which the council traditionally engages with local residents. And it was through Dima's work that I've actually found new vehicles and new channels to engage with the diverse population that lives in Lewisham.
I wanted to bring locals together, to talk about the place we all share, rather than the diversity of our differences.
We recognise the labour and the risk-taking, but also the care with which Dima gathered her collaborators and the different local community libraries. It's impossible to overpraise what libraries represent to cultural and civic life, and the libraries Dima has been working with are beautiful and welcoming spaces of sanctuary for all local people.
Well, the process that we went through to kind of write these pieces was talking to participants involved, trying to get a feel of what their Lewisham scene/moment was.
And learn their stories and hear their memories and their meaningful times, read their texts and see their art prints and workshop those into poems and pieces of text. This was then published in this lovely book, Internal Landscapes, which I feel really happy to be a part of. Her father moulds red kidney beans. Potatoes sprout in wet earth. His happy fingers, years before unwritten recipes were lost, now dent the pumpkin skins. They're ready.
It takes skill and much experience to hold practice, policy-linked and creative conversations with many people over a number of months.
I began to look at the prints and I was fascinated by the prints. I thought they were really, really fascinating. In many ways, they are sort of a visual pictorial of the diversity of Lewisham as a borough.
I always gravitate back towards the Horniman Museum, and I've enjoyed going here for over 30 years. The Horniman Glass Conservatory building and some of the cast iron panelling details were the inspiration for my print. I like it because I love those ornate patterns and the symmetry draws me in.
Life is art to a certain extent. I'm never going to think that art is just a isolated part of human existence. It flows through everything, and I think that's a general theme.
I'm going to be reading from Internal Landscapes. This poem is called Telegraph Hill. Have you felt the concept of solidity, the stress relief of space, the clarity of a clear mind? Have you seen the world from Telegraph Hill?
I couldn't give you a council bureaucrat's exact prescription, but it's opened my eyes to how this can be used as a way of engaging with local people, and that can only be a good thing.